Near the town of Krams, there were once lush forests, so full of wildlife that people would come from all over Germany to hunt its ground. During these hunts, many people claimed to see a werewolf. The wolf was furious. He had sharp claws, black eyes, and a mouth full of terrible fangs. Many hunters tried to capture him, but he could never be caught. One day, a man named Hans was traveling through Krams after a hunt had happened upon the house that belongs to the Fig family. As he passed by the house, he heard a great crash and thought he heard a low growl. Next thing he knew, all the Fig children came running out screaming. He smiled to himself. Ah, children have such great imaginations, he said. But as he walked past the doorway, he noticed a dark figure darting by. He knew then that it was not a game and that the children may be in danger. Carefully, he stepped inside the house. He peered around the corner where he saw the wolf go, but instead the small boy stood in his place. Is everything all right? He asked. Everything is fine, said the boy. But your brother and sister all sounded so frightened. Will you please tell me what's wrong? I was playing with my grandmother's magic bell, he said in a guilty voice. Sometimes I take it from her and chase my brothers and sisters. Magic belt? Asked Hans. My grandmother has a magic belt, he said. Whoever puts it on becomes a werewolf. That's so strange. May I see it? The boy went back to get the belt and brought it to Hans. Hans inspected closely. It didn't look any different from an ordinary leather belt to him. He thanked the child and went on his way. Afterward, he went to see his friend, a lumberjack that he often hunted with. He told the man what he had seen at Fig's house. That's a good news, said the lumberjack. All this time I've thought it was a hideous monster, but if it's part human, it must not be so dangerous. Why? If it's part human, we may be able to catch it. The lumberjack rounded up his friends and they went into the woods to see if they could find any werewolf. It didn't take long before they caught a glimpse of it. There he is, whispered the lumberjack, and the party took up the chase. But the werewolf was fast. It leaped over bushes and scrambled up hills. It ran and ran until it began to approach the town, soon running into the Fig's yard. They quietly crept onto the Fig's property, tiptoeing around the house in search of the werewolf as quietly as they could. Hans stayed close to his lumberjack friend, who moved slowly down the hall. At the entrance to the bedroom, he stopped, motioning silently to the rest of the team to come closer. He pointed to the bed, where they could just barely see a tail sticking out from under the sheets. Aha! The lumberjack leaped into the room and whipped the covers back, only to reveal a frail old woman in the bed. The hunters were stunned. I must have forgotten to take it off, the woman said. She was clearly frightened from her ordeal. The hunters then took the belt away and cut it up to tiny pieces so it could never be used again.